Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, thank you. I appreciate your continued support, you guys, and hanging in there. All right guys, we are on Capricorn, so let's get ready. Capricorn, let's see what messages come out for you today. Let's see what the top energy is here. Calm, surrender. Finding peace, surrendering to maybe some things that are going on in your life right now, Capricorn. Maybe some, let's put this off to the side here. Some things happening here. It's kind of reminding me of like a hangman energy. That's kind of what this is. It's getting a new perspective on something, maybe seeing some things differently. Being in an energy of stillness and really just filling the energy out, surrendering to whatever you're feeling, you're thinking, just kind of letting it go through, not thinking too much about it, but just seeing if it shifts in the way something you're looking at or how you're approaching something is what I'm getting. It says a pause. Find peace in letting go. A new perspective offers clarity. So if you're looking for clarity on something, a new perspective here in your quiet surrender of situation. This could be a situation. This could be something you're just been contemplating or looking at or thinking about. We'll get some cards on this, Capricorn. We do suggest watching your rising, you guys, your rising signs, your sun, your moon. If your rising isn't resonating, there's the star. This is so nice. This is guidance. Oh, this is being guided. It's almost, oh, this is a beautiful star card. She is looking for guidance. She's looking for clarity, and she's finding it. She's finding that she's being led or guided, maybe into a new way of seeing something. Maybe she understands that there is signs and messages coming in for her, but there is this quiet energy of like paying attention to your surroundings, some signs, some synchronicities, some messages coming in from your guides. I look at the star a lot as guidance, but it's also like leading you in the direction of your purpose, a purposeful direction, like who you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to be doing. Also, it can be about like really wishing upon a star, hoping something comes through for you or whatnot, and just sitting with that knowing that you're being guided exactly where you need to be. Okay, let's see here. We also got, okay, this was reversed, but okay. It's the 8 of Earth, dedication. This is putting in work. This is putting in work on something, like you've been working on something or putting in effort on something, maybe working pretty hard on something, but for some reason there's a pause here. There's a feeling of maybe what I'm getting right now is maybe something that you were working on didn't, it doesn't feel like it's paying off, or it doesn't feel like it's, or it feels like it's like it's maybe like it's taken up a lot of your time or your energy, and you're just looking for like a feels like something you could have been working on is maybe not producing the outcome or the results that you would have liked to see, and it's Spirit's asking you to look at this differently. If you were putting work or time or energy into something and it's not showing the results that you wanted, it's saying to surrender to those results and let go of like the disappointment or anything like that that is attached to this. There is a feeling here of I kind of got this with the Cancer reading too, of like being led somewhere or guided somewhere and then getting there and it not being what you thought it was going to be, or not turning out the way you wanted it to turn out. Oh, we got attention. Okay. Where is your attention right now, Capricorn? On the bottom, we got the Hierophant. There's a lesson in this moment for the Capricorns that this is resonating with. There's a lesson about patience, time, waiting patiently in like divine timing, something happening. Right now, you may be looking at what didn't happen or what didn't produce, what didn't come out of the work, or what didn't come out of, instead of like what is coming out of it. You know, it's all about shifting into the positive thinking and positive looking at like what, and making the best with what you have. Also, I'm getting that as a message. It's like turning your attention to what you have to work with, not what just hasn't worked, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and get, if this was a project or a goal or something that maybe you just didn't quite reach, it's saying just let go of it. Maybe that wasn't meant for you. Or maybe something's coming in and saying, you know, Spirit might be trying to lead you in a different direction than what you were working on, or what you thought was you, or thought was right for you, or, you know, and there's just something that just feels kind of like either you need to wait, but, you know, just be patient and surrender and like kind of let the universe do its thing behind the scenes, because we can't do, like, we do a lot of work, but we also need things around us to be conducive to what we're working on also, and that doesn't always happen on our timing. So there is something here that feels like it just could be a timing thing, like something just hasn't happened yet that you were working towards, or something, and you're looking at that like, why did this not work, or why was this goal not reached, or, you know. But now it's saying look at what you can do right now, and what you can do is stop looking at what didn't work, look at what is working. Yeah, so oh, I love that. This is being led away. So there is like this is the Capricorn energy. It's that attachment to the earth stuff, the attachment to the something probably here in your earth matters that you were feeling stuck. You know, like there was this stuck feeling. There's this stuck feeling to this vice energy. And I look at this energy as fear. I look at this energy as control, trying to control something. And that's kind of what I'm getting, is like maybe you were trying to control, like, this is who I am, this is what I'm going to do, this is, you know, like that kind of energy. And then something's just something seems to be pulling you away from that. I feel like Spirit or your guides has come in and are pulling you away from some kind of grip that, like, your normal reality or your normal things you rely on are not sustaining you. Like, they don't feel like the things you would normally rely on for like comfort or like understanding aren't necessarily giving you that understanding that you were used to getting from them. And now you're looking elsewhere with the star here. There's a need to look somewhere differently than, like, almost into the unknown, almost into your heart, into the signs, the synchronicities, messages. It's kind of leading you, it feels like it's kind of pulling you away from maybe some earthly matters into some more inner world stuff, reflective stuff. So that's why you need to calmly surrender right now, because there is something trying to be shown to you or taught to you about you inside. So like, it might feel like you're getting pulled a little in a different direction, and it might be like, wait, I was working on this. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, or this is what I want to do. Or when I feel like saying, this is what you need to do. What you need to do is allow yourself to be still and listen and be patient and reevaluate what you're dedicating your energy, your time, your soul to, your purpose. What are you looking at? What are you dedicating your time and energy to? Are you looking at only the stuff that has not worked, or are you turning around and looking at what is still there, waiting for you to embrace it and maybe make some changes in the direction you are going? That's what I'm feeling, like there's a change in direction maybe here. Like, you could even be feeling like, that's not me, but Spirit's like, yes, this is you. You're moving into a more intro. It feels like you're going within, when maybe you were relying on a lot of outside stuff for that stability and that comfort and security. And now you may be looking more towards, you may have gotten some real strong energy that's guiding you towards finding comfort and stability in like a purpose, in like where you're being drawn to, like by your spirit. I look at the card as very spirit. The star card is spiritual, very spiritual energy. 4 of Earth. So yeah, there's a need to release some kind of false security here. You could have been working on something that you're like, this is going to be like, and I'm actually getting more like the feeling like, this is what makes me feel secure, is being this person. I'm feeling like that. mask energy. I'm feeling like this is what makes me feel secure. This is what makes me feel stable. This is what I've been working on, but yet there is this feeling here of not feeling connected as to the whole picture. Just like maybe, and it feels kind of like maybe just a negative part of the picture. So I really feel like positivity right now is coming in, saying, the Spirit saying, hey, be positive. Look at the bright side. Look at what you're learning. Go within, be quiet, and listen to what the lesson is in whatever this is, where you've been putting your time and energy, and maybe your sense of security and value and worth. This is also about investing. What have you been investing your time and energy into? Rethinking about what you're doing with your time and energy. Is it paying off? If it's not feeling like it's paying off, you are being guided towards looking in a different direction, to something that isn't, just feels like that's just, it just feels like it's not meant to be. Like, there's just, it's interesting. There's still like this feeling here of wanting to hold on to. This may be saying, stop overworking, or stop focusing too much on maybe earthly matters, money, work. Take some time to go within and surrender. Hey, if you don't have enough money for that trip or that thing, re-navigate your the direction your mind's going with, what will make you feel secure and happy and satisfied. And like, there's something here, I feel like being like reevaluated. We got the Ten of Water. This is so nice. Okay. So with this Five of Cups is this Ten of Water, clarifying it. So there is a feeling here of, if you can, whatever this is the Sun in Capricorn also. We got a lot of Capricorn energy in this reading. So there is a lot of like releasing like fears, control over like where you're going, what your destiny is, what you think it is, and Spirit's kind of leading you in a different direction. You may have been putting in a lot of work. You may be even over protecting and over like doing, or paying attention to too much of the small details, and it's frustrating you about the bigger picture. But we got the Ten of Water, and this is feeling very, very connected. So like, just a switch in perspective, if you can just look at things a little more optimistically and kind of surrender this like need to control like what's either happening or where you're going or how fast something happens, I feel like it's going to bring you there's a lot of support around you, and there's a lot of love around you. And there's a lot of just, could be family, friends, associates that just you're connected to. But you may find yourself needing to focus on that positive connection rather than a negative connection, or something that hasn't turned out or hasn't worked. And that could be a negative connection to work. It could be a negative connection to like what you believed you should be doing at this time. Because I am getting time as a strong message in this reading, like it's something to do with timing, or like maybe a frustration with the time it's taken or taking, or how much time it has taken, something like that with time. Because this clock is it's just screaming at me, I mean, I can just hear it ticking. And there's this need to look at like everything that's around you, and not just what hasn't worked out in this time, like this time frame, and like maybe release some control, and this is a very powerful time for Capricorn right now. Pluto is in Capricorn, and it's at the very last degree of Capricorn until like November, you guys. So this is the last bit of releasing control and surrendering to the next part of our journey. And it's going to be, I feel like it's going to be a lot more introspective, but it's also going to be more connected to the feelings of things, not just the physical matter. There's more, I feel like there is more coming in here that's not physical. It's deep, it's loving. There's connections here that are supportive, really supportive energies. And if you need to tap into that support right now, as you might be finding yourself glancing back at what, like spilled milk, like you can't go back, you can't rush things, you can't control things. It's time to release and surrender to where you're being led, which it feels so supportive and so good. and it feels just really connected, and I am feeling that, and that feels really nice. So let's go ahead and get one of these. Ooh. Emotional release. Surrender. Emotional release. Releasing some kind of, it might be quite emotional, actually, if you're used to, could be fear. Fear is an emotion. So is the need to control things. And it's usually we feel the need to control things out of a place of fear. So once we surrender that, it gives us peace. There could be a need to, like, even I'm even hearing, like, have a good cry about it, or feel the disappointment, feel the loss, but then move on and realize what all is still around you, what's still supporting you, what connections you still have there. This feels like it could have been like a loss of a connection or a goal, like that you really were like had your heart set on, something like that, or a connection you had your heart set on. This, like I said, this is general, but this could help a lot. It helps like cleanse your emotions when you just cry about something or you let it go and then you just emotionally release it. You know, it's not serving you to hold on to emotions that feel bad. And that can be the Five of Cups also. It's holding on to emotions that don't feel good. Like whatever this person was working on got wine spilled all over it and now it's ruined. And there's still 2 glasses of wine up here that could, you know, it feels like there's still and also when I think of wine, I don't drink anymore, but I think of relaxation. I think of you know, having that time to yourself or with another that is positive, you know, rather than sitting and looking at what hasn't worked out. And actually, you know, he's not working, he's trying to clean it up. This could be about not spending your energy and time trying to clean something up or work more on something that just right now isn't, I feel like it's kind of out of your control. We got the Star card here. Something is guiding you away from trying to clean up a mess or trying to work on something that hasn't worked out. It's just not the right. I'm getting that time really right now. There's something around you. There's connections around you. There's love around you. Feels very supported. And it's about tapping into that, not the loss of what could be maybe something very physical or material that's just, it's very much so of this world. Not that everything of this world is negative, it isn't, but when we are attached to it or we're obsessing over it or we're overthinking it or we're overprotecting it or we're not spending our time, we're not balancing out our energy, we're only putting our energy into this one thing, that can be a vice. Overworking can be a vice. So it's time to maybe talk about it or just release the emotions surrounding it and just look at it more logically. I am getting that from that card. So let's go ahead and get a couple more tree cards, guys. I love these tree cards. And we're going to get a word on each of these. We got gratitude. I love that. Gratitude. The Star, surrender, find peace in letting go, and be grateful for what you have gained and learned from whatever it is that may feel like it's just either maybe it's completely, you know, maybe it feels completely gone, or maybe it's just not coming to fruition like you thought right now, but still be very thankful that you've got to experience this. It does feel like there could have been even a loss of some sort. Be grateful that you have experienced a very strong determination, maybe connection to something, but you are being guided into some new relationships, some new connections that are going to be very supportive for you. Let's see here. 4 of Earth, and then that 8 of Earth. This is a lot of Earth energy. It's a strong focus on Earth matters, work, putting in the steps, maybe saving resources, expansion, to grow, to expand, maybe to move in a different direction. Something here. Maybe that's what it is you've been working on is, and then on trust on the bottom. So trust in this process. Right now, if it feels like things aren't moving fast enough, or things aren't, maybe you're not in the place you thought you would be like a month ago or a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and you're like, oh my goodness, like this is not paying off, and like I'm really like strongly like dedicated to this, but like you've already put in so much work. I feel like on, and also I feel like you have released something. There has been healing here. This could be another message coming through, is this is about healing from some kind of vice or even addiction or something like that, and having a lot of gratitude for what you've been through. But now is a time to rest, recuperate, maybe rebuild, but it's going to take time. It's going to take time to rebuild your resources, your confidence, your stability, so that you can move in a different direction. Right now it feels kind of like there's a, I don't want to say stuckness, but it's that hangman energy. It's that holding still. It's that looking at the whole journey and everything that's going on around you and gaining a new perspective on it, because there is some definitely a strong connection and everything, and a emotional connection to everything that you are walking into here. It's more emotional and less maybe physical. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, definitely pay attention where your mind's going right now, where your attention's going. You know, remember that that's where your energy's going. So that is coming through for you guys also. And break free. Yes, there's been some kind of, I love this because there's a lot of support around you. If you're feeling stuck right now, or like, I've worked on this and I thought I'd be feeling better by now, or I thought this would look better by now, or feel better by now, it's saying, just let those negative thoughts go. There's something here you have like got released from or broken free from. It could be, like I said, it could be just something you relied on for comfort, stability in the past. Be grateful for what you have learned through this process, but there is something guiding you in a better direction, a healing. There's a healing too that's been happening, and it's now there's just this feeling of needing to focus on all the support around you and less on the, whether this is a relationship or project or something that wasn't supportive or doesn't feel good to look at. Don't look at it. Look at what is feeling good, what does feel wonderful, what does feel supportive. And like this card came out under this and it says break free. Break free. You know, there is something here, a connection or some kind of focus. There's a focus. That's what I want to say. There's a focus on something that hasn't worked out, that you are breaking free from, something that did not necessarily, it did not make you feel like connected. Yeah, I'm feeling like you're starting to feel like, okay, and that's the expansion too, is it expanding beyond just your physical matters or just your own self, and actually touching the things around you and expanding your energy within relationships, within other areas of your life. So you could be just exploring some other areas of your life where you've been kind of focused in on like one thing or a couple things that have just, you believed were bringing you comfort, but actually were restricting some kind of feeling of going forward with to a more like in a more alignment. You know, something here feels like it was almost taking away from some alignment. Yeah, there's a breaking free here from something of the past, or it could be just something of the past that you still reminisce, or could be finding yourself reminiscing on or thinking about, and saying, whoa, look at this. This stuff isn't broke. This stuff's great. There's a lot of good stuff here to look at. So whatever this connection was, or this bond, or this vice, or this fear, or this discouragement, this negative energy of feeling like all your energy's just going towards one thing that just doesn't feel like it has paid off. It's saying this break free is coming through for you. You're going to break free from this if you haven't already, depending on where you're at in this. So let's go ahead and get another tree card here from a different tree deck. There we go. Magic. And actually this one really wanted to come out. Rise and Sprite. Helpers, guides. There's a feeling here of needing to get up, and you may even be feeling this like some kind of inspiration coming in from the universe, maybe from guides, maybe from prayer, just maybe connecting with nature or the sky, and you get some kind of understanding here, and it feels like, okay, I'm actually going to get through this, and I'm actually coming out the other side of whatever this is, and there is still a lot of positivity. I am feeling like there's like a lot of, and there's just this connection energy that's like you're going to be connected to something different, and it's going to feel a lot better. But it's really important to make sure you are not tied or tethered to whatever this vice is from the past that you have healed. It looks like been in the process of healing from, and possibly even showing that, feeling that gratitude for the experience and the lessons that it brought you. I am getting that. So that's really nice. Let's get one of these. A pause. Find peace in letting go. A new perspective offers clarity. Imagination. And dreams. Yeah. Huh. This feels very, this feels very dreamy. It feels almost like there's something you could have be imagining, maybe having like an idea about something, and I feel like it is guiding you in that direction. It doesn't need to kind of get away from what hasn't worked out, or a time frame. Once again, that time is coming in, or a time frame, or putting a time on it, or some kind of investing yourself in something besides just what you're working on for you. Maybe stepping out of your box and investing maybe in those relationships that are around you, and sitting there waiting to be seen, looked at, and appreciated. So there is a feeling here of appreciation for what's there right now for you to focus on. Maybe there's just a chance here that Spirit's coming in saying, hey, if you feel yourself falling back into focusing on the past, or something you've already released, or something you've been guided away from or healed from, don't look back. Just have gratitude. Be thankful. Don't even be bitter about it. Just be thankful that you went through it. Be grateful that you're sitting here working on yourself. I know the results ain't fast. I know they aren't coming yesterday, but you are growing, you are expanding, and you are connecting. There is a connection with others coming through here, and you are breaking free from there's toxic things in the past here that you're breaking free from, and it's shifting. There's just a need to a little heads up to, if you catch yourself looking down at what is lost, look at what you are connected to currently and what's been gained. Yeah, it's definitely a perspective thing. With the Hangman energy here, it's definitely about changing the way you're seeing something, okay? Let's go ahead and get an advice card for this. Let's see what more we can get for you guys. Let's see. Building your world. Creation, expansion, and networking. Yes, connecting to others. By kind of being guided away from this old energy and still showing gratitude and appreciation for having been a part of it, or maybe even having been dedicated to it, there is a feeling here now of expansion, getting out of this, stepping out of this closed. I'm getting the same energy from this Four of Pentacles as I am with this. They're both sitting kind of, what do I invest in? I need to step away from what I'm doing and what I'm holding on to right now, to step out and put myself into something, expand. And then expansion is like right under there. And I do look at the Four of Pentacles, which is Sun and Capricorn here, as expansion. And you expand things by investing your energy, your time, maybe your resources, money into things that feel good, and that are there for you to invest yourself into. Don't invest yourself into something that's a mess or gone, or is, it's just, there's that energy here. So building your world and using your resources to build your world, and not putting necessarily a time frame on it, because good things take time. And as I know, Capricorn knows this, long-term value, good things take time. It's not happening overnight. This is a very long process. The Eight of Pentacles, it's the details. It's paying attention to the details. It's putting your energy into the finer details, and not looking at the stuff that isn't working, but see what is, and then make that better. Make that process better. If you say, oh, that didn't work, then you do it a different way. You try a different approach. Let's see what you need to surrender. So if this is your reading right now, just surrender, maybe release some emotions that you might be holding on to about a situation, and just let it go through you, and look around and see what kind of connections. And it did say networking, connections. There's friends or other connections that are trying to get your attention. There's other energies trying to get your attention, and you might just be focused on this was supposed to work out, or this was supposed to be my cup, or this was supposed to be my job, or this was supposed to be done yesterday, or whatever it is. Okay, so surrender to what is. That is exactly what I'm getting with this calm surrender. Surrender to what, and surrender resentments. If there's, and that could be this gratitude card too. It's saying, you know, surrender any resentments you have about something maybe not working out, or even having even having given your energy or time or whatever to something that didn't pay off. We can resent ourselves for that. We can feel bad about that. It's saying surrender the resentments you have around anything that you've learned from, have gratitude for the lessons, and you've definitely been pulled forward to some new growth and new opportunities to invest yourself in other things. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. But the one that came out on top, this was the bottom, is this surrender to what is. And I'm definitely feeling that with your guys' reading. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, you know, you can't control it, you can't change it, you can't, and you can't go back either because you've already been led forward. There can be a feeling of loss. There can be a feeling of resentment. There can be a feeling of, this is the way it was supposed to be, but that's not how it is. Or this was supposed to be done yesterday, but it's not. It's just saying, you can't change the situation. Compassionately accepting it exactly as it is brings you peace. You know, and I don't know, you know, this could be for a multitude of different things, you guys, but it is a strong message of staying calm and just being in the moment right now and seeing what that has to offer you. There is a lot of connection around you. I can tell you that. I feel that through the 10 of water, the 2 cups in the background that you may not even be noticing if you're looking at something that didn't work out, or something that just isn't what you wanted it to be, or didn't turn out the way you wanted it to be. Maybe something hasn't like brought the results that you expected or wanted by this point in time, and it's something you've been just strongly dedicated to. It's saying, hey, you're expanding, you're growing, and maybe your energy, your time, your efforts are supposed to be put into something else at this time. But after looking at it and accepting the situation and accepting that there's something new here on the horizon, something very a big growth happening here and it could very well be with your work, physical matters, something in your physical environment that you've been working on. I am getting that, and you're being drawn into something that's going to feel a lot more in alignment for you, and it's connected. It's going to be more connected to you, your like kind of soul purpose. I look at the star as our spirits connecting to the earth, our guides or our help, saying this is actually what you can use your energy for that will feel better. But first you got to stop spending your energy on that doesn't feel good. That is what I am getting. So Capricorn, that is your guys' reading. I hope it helps somebody. As always, I appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.